Hey everybody, this is James with WSTrades.com. I want to provide an update here on a few tickers. First, I'm going to look at ticker BCRX. This is Biocryst Pharmaceuticals Inc. Looking at the daily chart here, you can see earnings on February 23rd before market Central Standard Time. So that is going to be pre-market there. On the 23rd, we've got earnings coming up. So a couple days out here, those will happen on a Wednesday. So pretty key. It's having a crazy run up coming up to earnings, starting to back off a little bit as a lot of things did last week on Thursday and Friday. So zooming in a bit here, you can see it rejected $20 pretty nicely here and started to die off. If we didn't have the earnings coming up in a few days, I would say this thing is probably retracing towards the 21-day EMA here and probably just going to pull back to this moving average. And I would probably be looking at, what's going to happen there. But of course, the earnings is going to really determine what in the world goes on with this stock. If they have, good numbers, good guidance, something like this thing could just, completely rip and test this 20 level without coming down and testing this 21-day exponential moving average here. But I would still keep an eye on that to the downside. And then same thing, that level, that 20 level there is really key. As this thing made a big rip, it broke through this level here at about 17 nicely. That was previous resistance here. It ran up really hard, rejected that 17 level, had a nice pullback all the way down to 13. And that's when it finally blasted off and broke through this 17 level here. So, as this thing moves back down towards the $17 level, that could be very key as well, because it could be right around the 21-day EMA. We could have the 21-day exponential moving average here meeting up with this $17 level as the price kind of retraces. We still have tomorrow to kind of see what happens before the earnings come out, and then we'll have some a little bit of action pre-market on Wednesday. So to the upside, definitely keep an eye here at the $20 level. And to the downside, let's see if this $17 level can become support, because it was previous resistance right here back in mid-January. We've got 3 candles right there rejecting it. And then, at this point right here, February 8th was when it finally blasted through. Let's also check out here ticker SAVA, which is Cassava Sciences Inc. And this one's kind of been trading within a range for a while here on the daily time frame. Let me zoom in a little bit. You can see this crazy run up here when it went up and touched 100 and then had a massive sell off. So this was right around earnings. You can see it made a ridiculous move here before earnings and then quickly sold off and pretty much gave up all those gains very quickly. And ever since it made that big move down there and dropped below about the 55 level, it's really been trading within a range between about 55 and about 35. So we've had a nice $20 range there. It keeps making these runs, pulling back, making another run, pulling back again. So kind of looking at the price action right now, I think it's probably going to come down and test around 40. I'd be looking probably at that level right now. And then if that thing breaks and it sells below that 40 level, I would be looking at these lows here around $33, $34, because you can see right here, it touched around 34. And right here, it moved a little lower around 33. So we've got 2 touches to the downside of this channel or this range that it's been trading within. So kind of looking at it right now, I think it's probably going to come down here and test 40. It may come down here and test about 33, 34. But I'll kind of be looking there. What happens, if it comes down to around this 40 level, the buyers step back in and reject that level nicely. That could be a good long entry there. And then if it, sold through that $40 level and closed below it on this daily time frame, then I'm looking for it to hit like 33, 34. And then, if let's just say it rejects this 40 level nicely and starts to rip again to the upside, we know we got a lot of rejection here around 55. You can see here, after this big move down, it ran up and couldn't stay above 55. Nice sell-off, crazy price action here, but again, rejecting 55. Here again, you've got a massive wick sticking out, rejecting 55, and then we got more challenges of that area here. This is February 10th and February 11th. So you've got a massive wick sticking out. Tried to drive this thing all the way up to 63 But, you know, sellers came in, crushed that thing, left a big wick sticking out, and then you have a nasty candle here after a gap up. So those two candles right there, the buyers really tried to pump this thing and get this thing above 55, and, you know, could not keep it above that level. So that's really following 3 previous rejections of that 55 level. So I think that's going to be really key. You know, if the buyers can get this thing above 55, close it above 55 on this time frame, then we'll be looking to see if 55 can become a support level, which was previous resistance. So I'll continue to keep you guys updated here on tickers BCRX and SAVA. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.